Hello and welcome, kings and queens, cuties and beans, back to Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn. I am most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with this god is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Antecedent, Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. We're not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Ren, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. So what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice to say, Telegia Adelegi and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Reborn needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Inbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Eorzea is poring over his tomes of the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Ren, while we focus on the task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his Braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Okay. Pleasure's always Ren. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you'd be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit. Right then. Me and mine been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that found their way into the refugees' hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising, a rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant what caught an arrow while talking to Ren, don't it? Generous fellow, he was doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods. Savvy? Savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the better. The best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Ren? I say hell yeah. And it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Uldar. I expect good tidings. Alright, why can't I do this alone? Why do I have to do it with Ilbert? While that man is fine, I'm not sure who I can trust here, out of any group of people now. Like, I know, main group, I can trust. I trust you. I love you so far. No, I can trust them. And I know I can trust the Domans. So far. But some of the Crystal Braves that we brought in were from the Grand Companies. And now we're seeing that there's some bad shit happening in the Grand Companies. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. Camp Drybone. Let us go. Alright, I see the blue uniform. Ugh. You may be good, but you haven't fully proven that to me yet. I'll run. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer. It would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he's hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Levior needn't have dispatched you hither. Do you not want me to see something? What's wrong, Ilbert? You should be happy that I'm here to help. It doesn't matter how over this station is. I don't trust you. That made me trust you even less just now. Powerful men never have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. I'm watching you. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. First unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Ren. There better not be any funny business here. I'm watching you like a hawk. I spy one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Alright. Whoa. Hello, sir. Here goes that. An adventurer. Dumb fool, you should never come here.
But actually, that should be under you.
Poor little guy. Eek. Yes, there's some boxes. Did they get here first? They had to have gotten here first. I don't understand. What's this all about? What?
Did you kill him?
As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. Before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result.
Where's your subordinate? Also, that's not what I heard.
Foolish of me to underestimate the bastard. To bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levior will be most disappointed.
Damn it all. Golden opportunity wasted.
As for the clients, that we know not how they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk-white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least we have secured the weapons, yet even that accomplishment is lacking. The information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Is there an exit here? I don't trust you. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwise sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Uldan, my stead. Trust them to the third Yu Hase. He will take care of the rest.
Something smells fishy. And there ain't any fish around.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Don't look down at me like that. Don't look down at me like that. I don't trust you. I'm gonna leave now. Warrior Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves, with my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthis. Now, what brings you to us this day? Gift for weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've catalogued the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? No. Riol stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are.
I'ma say this once. Don't you badmouth Riol. Now I know you're a little shit that's up to no good. I know it. I trust Riol. I don't trust you.
So, no. Now I'm waiting for you to do something, cause, you ain't gonna talk about my man like that. We should be thankful that this information was not completely erroneous and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. Still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Guardians up north. Hello, Lauren. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. Keep him level-headed. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Quite well, Alianne, for the freedom of all.
To earn their keep. Shut up. I don't like you.
I love that.
I don't like you.
Makes no work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Ren, a word if it please you. Yeah, what's up? Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Yeah.
I trust him over any of those others any day.
I do trust Alianne and Willard, though. Maple syrup. Alright. Hey, what's up? Thanks for indulging my request. Any place is better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out.
Shady shit, that's what.
That's not quite how the first told it. How did the first tell it? These Duskwights they were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself. Not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. I believe you. As if I never deciphered a moneylender's books. I had to follow a transaction back to its source. And plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. Commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right, then, let's get back to it. Yeah. Things aren't matching up.
Ren, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able.
I love you. Little Tataru, so cute.
I'm coming.
No, okay. Alright, back to Mordona.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Ren. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady, by all indications.
Determined lady.
Our guest is with the antecedent and the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we?
I only think of one. Is it her? Oh, it is. Okay.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
Yeah.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer.
Oh.
The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
What's up?
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
Oh no.
Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
Oh.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Eorzea has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Yeah. I can help.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Damn. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Urianger stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgardsormr, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet, this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for realms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of the fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emeric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Okay. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Alright, this seems interesting. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that. Okay. Woman watch. There's definitely a watch. You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Riven its toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrom's Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. Castrom's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then. Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and find a few of your comrades at the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Okay. Dungeon, I'm assuming? Ready to fly my dragon. Yeah. done. Fixing up? Yeah, it looks like they're fixing up spots over here, or grabbing things. That's not good. They were really active here. What looks so cool. going really good so far. I like this group. I just got so much of that. Here's your buffer. Please don't pull it.
Who treadeth now upon my bones,
Oh, he's not dead.
waketh me from slumber sweet?
No one.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Okay. This is terrifying. This is fine. This is Patrick. disgust. The title of a move.
Commendation.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
That looks like harming. You said you'll not harm me. That looks pretty harmful.
What?
What's happening? What's happening?
What?
What the fuck? Why? Why'd you take those? What? Why? Why? I earned those fair and square. Wait. Did he just break my connection to Heidelin?
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
If it's so feeble, why'd you think to strip me of it?
Thou didst profit much by her grace.
Hey, I earned all of that, fair and square. What the fuck? And what gives you the right to touch her blessing on me?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait.
So now you're gonna follow me? Rude.
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will.
Wow.
Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice.
If this bites me in the ass, I'll make you pay for it.
The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
You may summon Midgardsormr by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide. As he's a minion now. I was beginning to fear the worst. Those explosives I saw. You shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphinaud left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Alright. I totally don't have a dragon with me now. Oh wait, I should summon him. Ah, rude. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Emeric's request. You have completed our investigation of the Keep of the Lake, I take it, and I would hear your report.
So this big dragon, he took my blessing.
You conversed with Midgardsormr. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for who he dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. That's true. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emmerich's emissary, you may leave that to me. Right, remain here for now. Alright. How are you gonna tell that to Lucia? Is there something you're not telling us, Ren? Yeah, I'm not telling you that he took all my crystals. As my friend would say. He took my rock candy. You seem different somehow. It's almost as if you are missing something. Something important. Wolfend, Midgardsormr stripped you of the blessing of light. Are you alright? How do you feel? I'm mad. I see. It is a relief that you are here. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardsormr made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althik and Nemea, Brother Time and Sister Fate, decreed that Midgardsormr ever watch over the source, from which all water and magic was said to flow. They probably didn't take it, he probably just blocked me off or something like that. Like a dam. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. You little shit. Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Rude little shit. Alright.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away.
Yeah?
But we shall meet again soon.
She's so pretty.
countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Because of our luck. Sorry, my Madame Zeroni curse is rubbing off on you. Alright. I think that is where we'll end that for now. Thank you to everyone that came and hung out. I truly hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. Alright, I think that's where we'll end it for now. Thank you to everyone that came and hung out. I truly hope you had fun. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see me play next down in the comments.